And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is definitely a fun, exciting, and amazing, and otherwise, warm and beautiful day somewhere in the world, okay? And maybe that's just because you're there. Hey, let's get into all of the fun and excitement today. We're going to go on a little bit of a trip here, and it's going to be an interesting trip, I'm sure. So, hey, how's it going there, Kiana? Welcome in, welcome in. Glad to have you here. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Ooh. Oh, got something in my throat. Weird. Strangely enough, that something in my throat was not air. It was definitely a crumb or something. Anyway, so I have plans, but they're out this way. So yes, so I'm going to be building out a flying city dealy bob here eventually. But in order to do that, I'm going to need pale oak because I think pale oak is cool. So what I want to do is let's grab some obsidian. I admit I'm a cheaty little boy. Yes, I went to Chunk Base and I went to find out where a pale garden is so I can get some pale oak. Because, that's how this works. The good news is there's a pale garden like right out this way somewhere. So I didn't bring any signs or anything. Nope. Okay. Cool. So it's going to come right out this way. Whoa, not that way. Hang on. Hang on. Not that way. This way. Hey! You know what? Coordinates are cool. And I could try reading them and stuff, but where's the fun in that? Anyway, okay. All right, so this should be just about where I need to be. All right, just about. So, all right, you know what would be really cool though? Placing blocks down in the right place. I know it's weird, but yeah. Okay. 2, 3, and 4. Oh, I should get some carpet to top this off with. Because, don't want it to be scary. All right. Now, assuming my math was correct, which is always an interesting concern, okay? Assuming my math is correct, let's see what's on the other side of this portal. Okay. Loading, loading, loading. Oh, the world is loading. Well, this looks very much like a... Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. Down here, it's a dark oak forest with lots of cows. And a jungle. Nice. But up there is the place of fun and scariness and stuff. Also, some down here. Now, I've just realized that I'm going to need to do... I need to get a tool out. Because if we're going to be hunting for creakings, which I am, I'm going to need my emotional support axe. Basically, I need an axe with silk touch. So we're going to grab that. Because turns out the scary things, hang on, we're going to just...
Waypoint name edit box.
Wow.
Screen element 1 out of 14. Press tab to navigate to next element.
Okay.
Cancel button. Screen element 7 out of 14.
Hang on.
Narrator. Narrates chat.
Can we like not do that?
Waypoint name edit box. Narrator. Off.
Okay. Turns out it's just B, not control B to set a bookmark. That was annoying. All right. Fail. Garden. I can spell. Garden. Portal. Confirm. Okay. Oh, good. And it's night, so this will be perfect. So what we're going to do... Okay. You know, I don't have a bed on me. Hang on. We're not going to be that silly. Hang on. We're going to... One of these boxes has a bed? Or not. Okay, if only there was some wood around here somewhere. Okay, well, grab a bunch of this stuff anyway, because, you know, the pale leaves are cool and stuff too. Fortunately, it seems like this particular tree isn't a scary tree. Okay. Unfortunately, I'm also down at the wrong end of it. Hi. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm going to turn on the gamma override so it's easier for y'all to see. And not at all because I'm afraid of things jumping out at me and scaring me in the dark. No. That's 100% not the reason why I'm doing this. No, there's no scarediness at all happening here. We're just gonna cut down this happy little tree and it's gonna be great. Now now in all seriousness, it was getting hard to see for the stream, so yeah, we're fine. Everything's fine. All right. Okay. Yeah. Oh, right. Somebody gets a ban over on Kick, which is also fun. All right, so let's head back up to the portal. Oh yeah, we're gonna have all sorts of fun over here. And let's see. I need. Where's my thing here? Crafting table. Also, what the heck? Oh, that's a pale oak sapling? Cool. That's good to know. We're going to need a few of those. But what I do need to do is let's go ahead and we're going to make the palest of beds ever. White wool, pale oak. Oh, yes. It's going to be great. All right. All right. So this can go back in there. This can go back in there. And all right, I'm going to sleep. We are going to need to deal with some nighttime goodness, but we'll deal with that in a little bit. I kind of want to deal with the fact that there are scary mobs in here. Okay. Now, also, we need to keep an eye out. I want to grab some of the eye blossoms and some of that moss, which would be really cool. Now, this is in fact my first time ever being inside a pale garden. Have I seen others do it on the YouTubes and the Twitches? Yeah. But it's not quite the same experience. Because, yeah, this fun saturation dealy bob they got going on. Okay. Now, in all honesty, I'm not here for all the logs. Just for a few of them. Okay, but I do want some moss. And I am going to need some more saplings, which is the other thing I'm going to need. Okay. Oh, hi. Who's punching me? Oh, the skeleton. Well, that's not nice of him. Hi, you know what? Your strafiness. You need to not be here. Thank you. Okay. I was looking at a tree. This is a tree. Yeah, what I need to do... Honestly, I think I need to craft a shulker box is what I need to do. But what I want to do is come through here at night and do a bunch of things to get creaking hearts to show themselves, which honestly isn't hard. They kind of do that on their own. But then just go through, punch the snot out of them all so that I can get so I get them to show me where their hearts are, right? That's really one of those things. Can you show me your heart? And it's really a challenge to get, you know, people to open up, and I get it, you know. But yeah, so let's head back down to my portal here. Okay, there were some eye blossoms up there. Woohoo! All right. Oh, good. There's some more saplings hanging out here. Good. Let's pick those up. Because, yes, I absolutely want those. Because I want to plant more of those trees. Of course, it probably would help here if I had some other things here. But it's okay. There. We can do it. I can't do it. No, sorry. It's too hard. These are hard problems to solve. All right. What am I doing? Oh, yes. I am crafting a shulker box. Okay. Because it would be nice to have something to put some of this stuff in, you know? Right. And grab the ender chest, which has, I think, this box. Yep. Which also happens to have shulker shells. Cool. I don't know that I'm going to need more than 2 shulker boxes, so that should be fine. All right. So, chest. And shulker box. Boom. See? I kind of sort of planned ahead. Kind of. All right. I guess I can throw those pale oak leaves in there too. All right. See? See? Those of you who've said you never plan ahead, you're only partly right. I only sometimes plan ahead, and it's actually somewhat more rare than it seems. Okay. Sweet. All right, so just to be sure. Yeah, okay. Just to be sure. Yeah, no, this thing goes on for a while. That's great. So yeah, so apparently there is a trick to this. Right, if you want to get the paley bits or the creaking hearts and stuff. Okay. We're gonna grab some of these while they're closed, and that's okay. Yeah, apparently the trick is wait till night falls. When the creakings show up, just smack them, right? Because then that'll put resin on their trees, and then during the day, you go back and look for the trees that have resin on them. Okay. And that can help you find all of your hearts and stuff. Unfortunately, you know, just randomly cutting down trees in the forest is, you know, great and all, but turns out not as efficient as it could be. So we'll still just cut down trees in the forest. It's fine. Everything's great. Everything is wonderful at, you know, stuff. Okay. You know what? I brought a bunch of random garbage I did not need. But that's fine. We're fine. Everything's going to be fine. I could. You know what? Let's just make another shulker box. That is going to be such a pain. All right, we'll do it. We'll do it. Also, I left that hanging there, and that's just bad. All right, we'll do it. Okay, grab the thing. I really like the bundles. Now that I've used them, I really like how they work. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and just craft a shulker box. Awesome. And that we're just gonna stick a bunch of random nonsense in that I didn't need to bring with me, but did. And yeah, this will maybe make life a little bit easier. Maybe. All right. All right, so this goes back in there. That and that. All right. Yes, having a bundle just as a tool bag, it's like, oh yeah, I can just pull a shulker box or an ender chest, excuse me, or a crafting table and stuff. That really does help with some of the inventory issues. All right, now I do want to grab some torches. All right, so my portal is down that. Hang on, where is it? Okay, it's right down below me. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do is we'll just throw a couple of torches out here to make it easier to find the way. All right. And, okay, night is starting to fall, so that's great. That's great. That's where things are going to start getting fun and spicy. Ooh, definitely grab the sapling. Those saplings do look pretty cool. All right. Cool, cool. So, here we go. I mean, in an hour of Minecraft time, not a real time. I'm not going to stand here for an hour. That would be, weird and stuff. And I'm going to try to avoid the weird and stuff, right? Who needs weird and stuff? All right. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. Again. All right. The moon is starting to rise over the pale oak forest. Soon the monsters will come out, and I will run around smacking them like a little child because that's going to be fun. Okay. Now, I didn't bring a sword, which is probably fine. I have my emotional support axe. We should be okay. Also, I left my bow in my toolbox. So, that's a thing. Okay, here we go. It is now nighttime, which means the creaking should be coming out here fairly soon. I think I hear one. Either that or it's just the other scariness. All right. All right, creaking I don't think they care about light, so let's see if we can find some of them. Honestly, this is kind of creepy. Not gonna lie. There is some definite creepiness. Yep, I just jumped at some tall grass. Whoa, okay, that's a skeleton. Hi. You know what? You know what I need to do? I need sharpness. I need sharpness on my axe. My axe does not have sharpness, which is sad. Also, there's a... Okay. Hi. Oh, good. I just put down bamboo. Okay. No. Okay, we be jamming. Yeah, okay, that's... I'm fine. I'm perfectly safe. We are not at all having problems with monsters or other things. Okay? We're totally fine. Oh, look, Enderman. That's perfect. Enderman really make life better. Okay. Hi. Can you... Tell you what. Come this way a little bit. Okay, good. Really, all I need to do is just identify a couple of trees. Because if I can get a couple of the creaking hearts, then I can farm what I need. Because you can craft creaking hearts, right? It's just resin and some other things. It's resin and logs and stuff. So I'm pretty sure we'll be okay and stuff. Oh yeah, everything's gonna be great. You know, I am wearing everything. I'm not wearing a chest plate. Okay. Which is fine. It's great here. All right. Okay, I see the flowers, which are actually really kind of pretty. I'm not seeing more creaking, but I did smack a couple of them, so I think what I can do is let's go ahead and sleep and then see if we can find the trees that the resin ended up on. Okay, that seems safe. Yes, yeah, it seems perfectly safe. Okay. Now the one problem, of course, is this is a tin oak forest with a fair amount of leaf cut. Whoa, hi. Hi. You know, I'm going to punch you with my torch. Okay. Hi, this is scary. I'm going to leave now. Woohoo. Okay, it turns out it again is not the creaking that are the problem. It's all of the other things. Other things are the problem. Like that little dude over there. Okay. I hope that little dude bursts into flames. That's just all I gotta say. Yeah, you know, because, hi. You know, you want to step out into the light. Yeah, that's right. Oh, I see the little dude under there. Hi. Okay. All right. There we go. This is what I'm talking about. So we've got some... I smacked that one creaking, and it left some of this resin over here. There we go. Oh, did I get it? I got it. Okay. When it spit out XP, I got a little worried, but no, we're good. All right. All right, so let's see. Jeez, little dude. You're, Okay, I did not ask to be set on fire, okay? No, no. The whole being set on fire thing was not on my list of things. Whoa. I also did not really want to be in this hole. I know, weird, right? I'm having hole problems. And you really don't want to have hole problems. It's... Oh, geez, look at this guy over here. Thinking he's all cool and stuff. Now he's all hot and stuff. Okay. All right, so we got the one. All right, let's look around. I wasn't paying a whole lot of attention. So it turns out a lot of these trees, they kind of look the same. So let's take a look around, see if we can see where that other creaking came from. Okay, and you know, this one stalk of bamboo, which is okay. I'm not seeing a lot of. I mean, it's very possible. Well, I mean, I saw two creaking. So we got the one tree. Let's see if we can find the other one, but because I know I hit him a couple of times. But yes, it is also very, very possible that yeah, it's very possible that no resin formed, or I'm just not seeing it. Both of those things are very likely. Okay. But I did get one creaking heart, so it's not going to be terrible if we kind of give up. Okay. No, I'm not giving up because I'm scared. I'm giving up because I don't need to be. Okay. Yeah, obviously this tree doesn't have a creaking heart in it, but that's okay. We'll just... Oh! You know... Yeah, I definitely need to get sharpness on my axe. Alright, well, let's take another... We'll just take a quick peek around, see if I see any more orange, because... I said I know I hit a couple of creaking, so we should see another creaking heart, or another clump of resin or something somewhere. But no, I'm just not seeing it. I don't know if any of you happen to see it while I'm wandering through and I'm blind. Let me know, but said there is a distinct possibility I just totally and completely missed it. Or it just didn't generate resin and we're fine like that, you know, but I've got one. And a couple of little resin clumps. So, okay. Well, I guess, yeah, because I was too busy just sort of running around and trying to not get dead, so. All right. Well, you know, this might be sufficient. Okay? Might be okay. I did. Did I do anything? I don't know. All right, I'm not seeing it. So I think what we'll do is we'll head home. And then we can start thinking about a resin farm over the next couple of days, because that's going to be handy. Okay? So that I can get all the resin that I need, because really I do want resin. Also, I think I've got enough saplings here. All right, I'm going to just try to pick one of these other large trees. Now, we didn't get any creaking over here. Okay, which is fine. There's going to be a heart in a tree. I kind of wish you could kind of hear them. But yeah, I said if there was going to be a a heart in one of these trees, it would be one of the big ones, right? Okay. But that's not what we've got here. Okay. Well, I don't know that I want to spend another night out here, so we're just gonna try one more tree just for grins and to get some pale oak. Okay. Because again, that is part of the reason we're here, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get saplings. We're gonna grow our own. It's gonna be wonderful. Okay. All right. Well, fine. Successful. We were definitely successful, so that's a good thing. All right. Now, I don't know if there's anything else I want to do here, so do I want to bring the bed with me? I guess we can leave the bed there. Maybe somebody else will want it. But this is kind of a nice area to look at out here because there's. So we've got some mushrooms, which I think I should have plenty of mushrooms. And yeah, I've got a nice jungle out there, all sorts of good stuff. So, oh, that's the other thing I need to look for. Since we're here by this happy little river, here, I think what I'll do is I'll sleep because I don't need the leaf litter, but let's take a look around and see if we can find some. Oh, there's a bat. See if we can find some bushes maybe, or oh, now it's all dark and raining. It gets really dreary when it rains now. But also, firefly bushes would be handy. So we'll try to get a few of those too. Because I would really like to actually build with some of those things, All right, so let's take a look around. And anything interesting in here? A couple of lodestones. That could be fun. I don't know if I want to take the flint and steel. We'll take the obsidian. Silk touch pickaxes. Fun. All right, well let's meander a bit then, because what I want to I want to see a couple of things. Firefly bushes, definitely, because we're going to need a couple of those, and wildflowers would be nice, but I might be in the wrong biome for wildflowers. Honestly, I don't remember. Wildflowers spawn in different places. I just don't remember what those places are. Right? They exist. They exist in the world. They are somewhere. Okay, hello. 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 Yeah, there it is, a river biome. We saw a squid. That totally means river. Okay, we've got a stump. That's cool. I would like a shrubbery, please. Can we have a shrubbery? That would be great. Let's see. The other thing that would be cool to find is not the ferns, but bushes and stuff. But again, I think I might be in the wrong biome for bushes. Got some tall grass. Honestly, I have no idea. I haven't looked it up to see where So that wildflowers do not grow in the... Oh, there we go. Perfect. That's what I'm talking about. Firefly bush. Okay, so we'll grab a couple of those because that's going to be great. And yeah, so I don't know where the bushes grow, which biomes they're in. But they're around somewhere. And it said the same with wildflowers, though I think the wildflowers are not in jungles. I'm fairly certain I've got cocoa beans, but we're gonna grab a few anyway, just to be on the safe side. Nice hot chicken. You know, I mean, we will grab some hot chicken eggs. You know, who knows? Maybe we'll get lucky enough to be able to spawn a hot chicken. You know, they're all tasty and stuff with the right seasonings and all the delicious crispiness. Ah, there we go. Wildflowers. Definitely want to grab a bunch of those. Okay. And let's see. Yeah, I definitely want to look and see if there are those bushes. I just don't know where they generate. You know, if it's in these. Ah, there we go. There we go. There we go. This is what I'm looking for. Some of these bushes. Okay. Cool. Because it's just fun greenery that I want to have. So. Okay, so this is perfect. I don't know if there's anything else out here that I need to find, but... Okay, I think we're good. We got the wildflowers, we got bushes, and we've got firefly bushes. So, shiny. We are good to go. Like, seriously, it's time to leave. All right. Sweet. All right, and I do want to... Let's add a bookmark here. Oops, Garden. Pale Garden. Okay. Confirm. All right. Nice. So now we can get back. All right. Well, that was handy. It was very handy. I suppose I should actually maybe come out here with some torches and, you know, with some pads and things, but we're okay. We're fine. But we're fine. I gotta tell you, man, that I am legit. I was legit shaking there. I don't. It's not great. Okay. No, this one. Okay. All right. So got a couple of different types of flowers, which is good. Said I think I had cocoa beans, but we're fine. All right. So creaking heart, which is good. Yeah. So I don't care about that, but we got a bush. We've got some firefly bushes. We even have some lodestones, which is going to be interesting here. So, all right, good. Now, actually, let's take a look here for a minute because I want to, if I want to craft a creaking heart, it's a block of resin and a couple of pale oak logs. Okay. Now, obviously, I don't have enough resin to make a block of it. Right, that's a little crazy. It's actually not that crazy. It's only 9 clumps, but I have 2, which is less than 9 the last time I checked. So, you know, we got that going for us. Yes. So. All right. Reset our spawn point because that's going to be important. All right. So the next thing I want to do is I have a nether portal here. This takes me up to the roof. Obviously, we've been through it a couple of times, right? Well, I need to create a portal that will go into the nether proper because I want to get in and find a thing. You know the thing. No, I want to find a fortress. So I'm going to take some of this dead grass as well. Or dry grass it is. And the reason is I want to be building with a fair number of blaze rods. Okay? And blaze rods are great. But short grass and tall grass. Great. Blaze rods are great, but or end rods are great, but you need blaze rods to craft them. So I need to find a good place to stick a portal that's not here. Okay. So, I mean, what I could do is just launch a random rocket into the air. That's fun, right? We like doing that sort of thing, don't we? Yeah, maybe. Okay. Do want to craft a few more torches. Okay. Also, this hanging pale moss looks really cool. Gotta say. All right. So, yeah, this is the other thing I could do is I could just pop open chunk base, right? And go into the and just see. Okay, I want to see where I can find a fortress. All right, which is it cheating? Well, maybe. Am I going to do it anyway? Yeah, probably. All right, but I think I found. Maybe I want to go this way. All right, so hang on. I need to math. Because I think I'm going to look at 651, 405. Okay. So basically what I'm looking at is, let's see, 651, 8. All right, that's 5208. That's not too far from us, actually. Okay. All right, and then looking at minus 405. Okay, which is 3240. That actually is a long way away. Make sure I did the right math. 405, 8 times 3240. Okay. And that's negative, obviously, 3240, because negative signs are important, okay? They actually are. I know you're all shocked and stuff to find this out, but no, 100%. They are important. So we'll go take a look, but that's 4,000 blocks away. I don't want to go 4,000 blocks away. Okay. Closer isn't necessarily a bad thing, but holy cow. Because, yeah, it would be that way about 4,000 blocks. No. That's just silliness. Okay. I wonder if there's one closer. This is why I use chunk base, because the reality is, do I have time to go searching for all of this stuff? And the answer to that is not often yes. All right, so let's try another one. So this one is at 155. And I maybe I should pull it up on the browser on the there, but okay. So that you can see what I'm looking at, but you know, where's the fun in that, right? We're gonna be dark and mysterious and stuff because, you know, that's way more fun, right? Okay. Let's see. It's times 50. Okay, that's minus 5,800. Okay. So that's maybe a little bit better. Okay. So let's go take a look. So that would be still this way a ways. But it's like still 4,000. I am so far away. I could not have found a spot that was further away from all the fortresses. This is madness. Madness, I say. There is so whoa, creeper. Okay, get out of the view. 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 Okay. Madness, I'd say. Hockey smoke bullwinkle. Okay. So, did I mention that I haven't lit up this area like at all? You know, and that creepers can be creeping. No, nope. This is where I'm at now. Okay. Let's hear it for my hiking boots with feather falling. Okay, so that was cool. Where's that creeper? Ooh, okay, in the clouds. All right. Ah, there he is. And he just went through the portal. So we now have nether creepers, which is awesome. You know, you ever wonder if it would be kind of cool if something happened to creepers when they went into the nether? Like piglins, when they come into the overworld, become zombie piglins, right? What if creepers, when they went into the nether, turned into something else? I don't know what that something else would be. And honestly, I'm a little afraid to find out, but okay, so given how far I was going to say, given how far away that is to these fortresses, I'm a little bit or actually just a bit concerned, okay? Just a touch. So, I don't know. All right. So, with that in mind then, maybe the thing to do, because they're not, I mean, they are kind of far, but they're not too far from here, I guess, if I'm going through the nether. So, I think maybe what I just need to do is find a good location here in the valley for I'm going into the actual nether portal. Okay. And, you know, because I've got my nether roof portal up high in the mountains, and it looks really cool, especially with the happy ghast hanging out up there. So I could, that's kind of cool. I could kind of put it over there. I really do like that the portal just sort of embedded in that mountain. It just makes that mountain look so cool. I wonder if there's an area down here where I could do something similar. Like sort of in here, maybe? That goes down that way. That's an idea. Another option. Other options, they exist. Where I don't know. I just don't know. I don't. But like that little cave, right? Just these little, some of these little caves and stuff could be really cool. Sorry, I'm seeing, oh, it's all that dry grass. I'm looking at it over there and thinking, it's like something flying. It reminded me of the jetpack exhaust that I had for my jetpack and create mod, and it was really confusing me. It's like, what sort of smoky weirdness is happening there? Okay, now this could be interesting. Hang on, I'm going to free cam here for a minute. This is big, but big's not necessarily a bad thing. Heck, those ones are big. So, what I could do is I could put a portal back in here, maybe? Or in here, right? Just a little something to... There's a lot of gold in here, which I would expect in a Badlands. Ah, okay. Hi. Go away. No. No. You are not here for me. Okay? You may think you're here for me, but you're wrong. Scat. Okay, now I'm on fire, and that's not cool. Kids these days, setting people on fire. That's just... Oh, and I bet this guy wants to do it too, huh? Wowzers. Okay, no. Well, give my heart a chance to settle down. Yes, I am old enough that maybe I should be paying attention to my heart rate and stuff. But yeah, I do like the idea of throwing some portals out here. Okay, so the question is, do I want to like tap into that big crevice over there? Or do we want to maybe pop over here and do like something this way, right? Okay, which could be fun. Sort of curves back in a couple of different directions. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to have to light up a bunch of this, but it's, yeah, be fine. Speaking of fine, where did I come in? Okay, just so much darkness over here. We must. The series is subtitled Into the Light, so you know that's totally what we're going to be doing. We're going to be bringing the light here or something. Okay. Yeah, all the something is going to be happening. It's going to be great. I'll tell you, you play on an established world for a while, you know, where you've got everything lit up and you don't have to worry about mobs and things. Get a little complacent. And yep, that's totally me. All right. So I have some. Okay, so I've got some obsidian. So I think the plan is we'll just sort of figure out where one of these is going to go. However, I'm going to have to take a quick bio break, unfortunately. Doesn't matter sometimes how many times I go to the bathroom before I start streaming. Sometimes I just have to go during stream. So I will be back in just a moment. Awesome. I've got brass. Cool. And then do I have stripped logs? Okay. Close enough. And by close enough, I mean that's exactly what I'm looking for. I know. It's sometimes, you know, I look at these things and wonder, am I actually thinking as I walk through this process? And and sometimes I think, I'm not sure that I am. But hey, at least we've got an automated thing to finger my stripped logs, I guess. So that's not at all awkward. Okay, I am back, sort of. All right. So, all right. So I have obsidian. I have a flint and steel. This ghast is freaking me out. I'm just like totally on edge. All of this just has me. It's like, come on. All right. So yeah, I guess the other option. So I put that portal up there. I could put one. Put a portal over here. Right. This could be. Here, I am going to light it up, but. So I could put a portal in here. That might be a little bit close to that one, though. Okay. That is a little bit of a concern because of portal connecting issues and all of that fun stuff, right? I don't want to accidentally break my portal to the nether roof, so or have a portal down here linked to the nether roof and stuff. Because we are up fairly high. We're at Y 151, 156, right? This is a fairly good size hill. Okay, so over there. All right, no, I think I do. I think I want to, ouch, fall. Okay, again, got really used to the jetpack. Oh, look at this pile of scary. All right, just slap a few torches down in places where it makes sense to do so. Okay. I didn't think this was going to be the part that was going to take forever, but here we are. I do kind of like this, though. I mean, this goes down under here, right? But, and into, oh, well, nothing. Okay, we got that taken care of. Good deal. So, if that's the case, I totally could put a nether portal back here. And it would just span this. I could have it span that whole thing there. And it would just shine purple and it would be cool. All right, I like this idea. So I think the way I want to do this, do I want to back it up right against the wall? Yeah, I think I will. I think that's going to make things a little bit nicer here. So Where do I want to do it? Yeah, I guess we can go this way. All right, so we'll just come through here and... Yeah, obviously it's going to kick inside that wall a little bit. And yeah, we'll bring it up. I guess I can bring it up this way. Yeah. All right, I guess that'll work. Whoa, hi. Well, that's all dark and scary in there. Okay, yeah, no, great. And then do I want to embed in this? I guess I can. It's not going to hurt anything. Yes, it's a little bit more obsidian, but I've got plenty, so we'll just that's not obsidian. I might go fine with obsidian, but that's not what it is. Yeah, well, I was trying to decide if I wanted to kick back in here or not. I think I'm gonna vote not today. Okay. All right, so we'll just bring this portal across like so. And we'll make somebody happy and throw in the corners because, you know, why not? All right, and we'll take some... Definitely want to cover that up. Okay. All right, so that should be fine. Let's get the flint and steel and light it. Okay. Cool. So now we should have... Okay. It's a portal. Okay. It's that is what it is. But from out here, it looks fine. And I could come in here with some other terracotta and shape this out. Entertain you? Entertain you? I could entertain you. You missed all the scariness, though, so, you know. Turns out, Pale Gardens? Yeah, no. I have zero desire to be in a Pale Garden anymore. I had thoughts of actually building in one, but... Yeah, no, after today, I'm not sure I'm actually down with that anymore. Ah, cheese monkeys! Nether creeper. The bad part about that is one, that portal over there linked up on the nether roof. And two, so a creeper went through one of my nether portals, and when I linked into it, it exploded. All right, so hang on, we're gonna need to get. So what I think I'm gonna have to do, fortunately, oh, hey, it's in my hand. Oh, well, I think all of my flint and steel I had on me because of, you know, reasons. Great. All right. No, this is fine. All right. Yeah, so... All right. Yeah, so I think when the creeper exploded... See, that portal over there linked up with this portal in the nether. That's a really long way away for that to have happened. Wowzers. Okay. Ow. Put the wings on, dude. Put the wings on. Oh, also, I think I'm going to, you know, sleep before I go into the nether. Fortunately, I do have another roof portal fairly close, so we're going to make our way to that. But yeah, apparently I had a creeper go into the nether, and because it went into the nether, it stopped, right? And so when I popped through the nether, I ended up standing right next to the creeper in the nether portal, which then blew out the portal, which is the problem. Okay, so we're going to see if I can find Badlands portal. This one. Okay. Fortunately, I have another portal onto the roof that's connected to a different thing up there. That's just crazy, though. That portal is so far away. Even by nether standards, that should be far away. Wow. Okay. Latest death. Well, yep, there it is. And as you can see, it blew out my portal. Wow. Okay. All right, so let's try this again. Let's go and light this up. Q. Wow. Okay, now I'm a little bit afraid of where I'm going to come out here. Okay, so that came out the right place. Wow, what a mess. That was just crazy, man. All right. Put the elytra back. All right, and I really need to figure out where I'm putting things. This is not where I should be keeping pickaxes. But of course my level of organization is somewhat questionable, so Wow. Okay. No, we're good. Everything's fine. I can take my axe back. Wow. Okay, so I'm going to go through this portal over here again and try to do it maybe without igniting a creeper. Okay? Because this thing's fairly far away. I mean, right? So if I go through this portal, it puts me back here in my portal on the roof. Okay, so that's not ideal. All right, so we're going to have to go take this one apart again. All right, so this portal is not going to go here. I was wondering about that because of the Y level, right? Because we're at Y 153. Well, the nether roof is what, 128? So, yeah. So I'm going to have to set this portal down significantly lower. Wow, this thing. I'm sorry, I'm just surprised as heck that one, by the creeper. But I'm just surprised that this linked up to that portal up on the roof and not someplace lower. Okay, so yes, so let that be a lesson to you. When you know a creeper has gone through your portal, go through it somewhat carefully. And maybe don't let creepers go through your portal. Okay. That actually is probably the lesson I should have learned here, is don't let the creeper go through the portal. Oh, also, hey, I actually have a death counter. Let's turn that on. Okay, so we're gonna have to set this portal down a bit. All right, so if we're gonna move the portal down, let's down and away from that one. So that means I want to come up this way a bit, I suppose. You know, it doesn't feel it, but said am actually up fairly high up here. So it's Y level 143, which is that is a significant height. Wow. Okay, so all right, so I could try something. All right. All right, all right. I was just thinking I could try a portal here, but I think I might still be too high, if I'm going to be honest. And I don't know what's on the other side of the portal, right? So that's definitely a thing. All right, hang on. Too bad you couldn't go to the Pale Garden with me? Yes. Well, I think I might be going... May want to try another time, because... Well, I mean, I do want to set up a farm for the stupid things. But yes, that would have been fun. Alright, I don't think I want to... I said I could set up the portal over here. Honestly, I'm half tempted to set up a tree farm over here, too, but... because this is now lower and all that stuff, right? Yeah, no, that would have been fun, though, to go. But, it's alright. But, yeah. Alright, I'm going to just free cam here for a minute. Well, that's a big cave. I mean, it would work. It's too far away, though. I mean, though, to be fair, far away isn't a bad thing. I wanted it a little bit closer, right? I wanted it to be in the valley here. I just didn't expect it to be this much of a hassle. Okay. All right, so I think what I might have to do... Fudge, what might I have to do? I mean, I could go through and walk through the nether. I guess that's a possibility. I could set up the portal back over there that I just tore down. Get the coordinates. And then go back through the nether from the other side and see if I can make my way over here. I mean, it would work. I think. The problem is I'd have to have the portal down. Yeah, because that's probably too close, even. Even down, because that was the problem, right? This portal, and we're going to do some quick math here. Don't worry, it's not that scary. So this is a 5,000, or no, minus 7,326. So 7,326. And over here, 7,326 to 7,433. So that's only what, 80, 90? Yeah, that's 90 blocks away. In the nether, that would be like 10 or 12. But yeah, okay. And it has to go down at least 30 to get down to a Y level that's below the nether roof. Okay, so yeah, that's definitely going to be an issue. Which means if I want to have a nether portal into the nether proper, not onto the roof, yeah, I'm going to have to dig it down quite a bit. Or find a place. All right, let's go get some sticks, because I need torches. So let's go get some torches. Okay, sticks. All right. Plenty of torches. All right. Oh, I guess I'm going underground. It doesn't matter if I'm sleeping, but I'm going to sleep anyway, because sleeping. Sleeping is a thing I can do at night. Except for the last week, where sleeping is something that doesn't happen at night because of just being old and stuff. Blown up by a creeper. Of all the places to have gotten blown up by a creeper, the nether would not have been my first choice. Okay, so all right, so we've got a couple of options then. If we're gonna go down, I could. Do I still have? Okay, no. It's like, do I still have the override on? Right, I could come down here, but I think where this stops, yeah, I don't think this is quite low where I want it to be. Okay. All right, so I'm now thinking that this is going to be the place to do it. And I actually have kind of a fun idea. All right, hang on. I just want to peek out over the ledge here. All right, so what we have down here is we have ourselves a dripstone cave. So that's great. Okay. In the meantime, I'm going to crash into every wall on the way down. Okay, that seems like fun. Okay. Oh yeah, that is in fact a dripstone cave. With all... Okay. You know, if I'm going to be doing this, I should... Okay. Don't fall in the spikes. Don't fall in the spikes, okay? Okay, just run through here. We're going to light it up. It's going to be great. I was just thinking maybe I should have brought a bow with me. You know, ranged attacks are cool. I'm now stuck on the spikes. That's also awesome. All right, so... All right, this is a big cave down here, y'all. Also has zombies in it. But I guess that's not overly surprising. Still. Also, you know what? I'm kind of missing the cheeseburgers. You know. Okay, you go away. Oh, hi. You're still hanging out here, huh? You with all of your enchanted leather armor. All right, this is definitely lower, so... Okay. Just gonna very carefully light this place up. Okay, and I hope... Oh yeah, I think this dead ends over here. Oh, that's convenient. That is very convenient. Okay, so... I think what I'm going to do... I want a free cam, but I don't feel safe. Okay. Or kind of sort of safe here. So basically what I want to do is I want to build myself a little elevator coming down here. And then we can set up a portal anywhere down here, really. But that would be okay. That would be okay. Yes. Yes. Okay, so we got the water. This goes this way. Oh, look at that. Got ourselves a little mine shaft down there. That's great. Okay, so if we're gonna come down this way, I gotta get a bunch of this out of the way. Sorry, this dripstone is just in my way. Okay. So, if we bring an elevator down here, then let's put the portal over this way. Okay, you know, that could be fun. Let's go and light this up a little bit. But yeah. Yeah, we can just build. We're down low enough. This should not be a problem. Okay? Admittedly, there's a lot of should happening there, but should not be a problem. So if we cut back into this wall here, okay, right here, and then this way, all right, that should be okay. So basically what I'm wanting to do is similar to what I did up there is I want to build a portal that looks like it's set into the cave. Okay. Now I need to see. Right, that's just set into the cave wall. This one I think is going to be fine. Actually, I need to bring this back one more. Okay. And then let's see about this side. Okay, so if I bring this up this way, I think, honestly, I don't think I have to go back in that far. So we should be fine here. Yeah. All right, and then I want this to be down. Okay, so it's going to be at this level. Okay, torches. All right, nice. All right, so let's go ahead and build this portal and hope this works correctly, because otherwise I'm going to be sad. And you know, I've had enough sadness today, right? We had the explodey goodness already, so you know. All right, so up, whoa, up, up. Yeah, something like that. I don't have scaffolding on me because that would make this a whole lot easier, of course, and so that's perfectly valid as a reason to not have scaffolding. Okay, and out this way. All right, so that's going to go out over there. Okay. All right, and we just portal up this way. Yes, so apparently this is an area of overly large portals. Though, honestly, that's okay. I like large portals. I don't build them often because obsidian is just a pain, but still. All right, all right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep, no. You tuned in and I went kablooey. It was... Gotta watch those nether creepers, man. All right. I think a little bit of extra stone up there would be good, but All right, let's see where this takes us. All right. It's not the nether roof, so awesome. Whew. Soul Sand Valley up there. That's exciting. Okay, so yeah, we are definitely down a ways. Okay, I'm just gonna free cam up. It's just gonna be a little cheaty. I just want to see. Oh yeah, definitely Soul Sand. Okay. No, we're okay. Well, this is definitely a place to be. So, all right. So if we have this portal here, then let's see. I wanting to go -7 this way. Oh, but that's wow. Okay, so 631. I'm actually at 631. So about 500 blocks this way or so. All right, hang on. Let's set ourselves a beacon here. All right, and Badlands lower portal. Okay. We'll just make that all right. Cool. Well, let's just take a look and see what's this way. Oh no, not that way. I need to go positive Z. I actually need to go this way. All right, and I guess technically I don't need to light it up, but the lighting mechanics still work in the Nether, and I would like to not have skeletons. You know, I'm weird like that, but it's true. Skeletons are maybe not my favorite thing to have. So yeah, we're gonna be going for a ways here. And I'm also probably a little bit low. Okay, if I want to get to a fortress, right? Okay, well, we're definitely coming out of the Soul Sand Valley. And by coming out of it, I mean we're like deeply in it. Okay. Okay, yeah. No, this is fine. Sure. Yeah, because if I pop up that way... Oh, actually, I could pop up that way. And... Well, I don't know. The good news is, if I go this way, we are in a Soul Sand Valley, so if we wanted to, we could totally find fossils and find more gas to... Oh! Yeah, look, there's a little baby dried ghast over there. There's a lot of lava down there. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to go up. Up definitely seems like the way we're gonna have to go here. Okay. Sure. All right. Making with the cheaty block placement here, but that's okay. I should stop complaining about it being cheaty when I'm the one who's doing it because I like it. Okay. Oh yeah, we are definitely going to be running into some fun here today. All right. Oh, yeah. Soul speed on the boots. Cool. All right. So, hang on. We're just going to... All right. So, I want to go this way, but... Hang on. We're going to... Say, look. So you find these guys, and you find yourself a nice, happy little... That sounded a little... aggressive, but okay. All right, so basically I want to keep going this way for another this is doing great things for my boots, for another 300 blocks or so. So let's keep going. And I do kind of want to stay underground a little bit, in part because, hey, actual ghasts, you know, the emo ghasts live here too, and I'm not as big a fan of the emo ghasts. I'm sorry, I'm just not. You know, they get all cranky and stuff. Ooh. Okay. Maybe I do want to go around. Okay. All right, so we'll go around. It'll be fine. You know, it sounds really bad here, by the way. Just saying. Okay. All right, and okay. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna go. Let's just go straight here. Just go straight from this area and see where we come out. I'm sure it will be someplace wonderful and cute stuff with ponies. There aren't enough ponies in the Nether. You know, I think if the Nether had more ponies, people would be happier, right? You know, they might even be like My Little Pony types, right? With like sparkle butts and whatever. I'm sure Sparkle Butt was an actual My Little Pony. Whoa, hello. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. The lava has convinced me that maybe Sparkle Butt was not an actual My Little Pony. But I think it's a perfectly fine name for My Little Pony. Right? Totally. You can totally see some 6-year-old, you know, little girls. Mommy, I want Sparkle Butt for my birthday. And the next thing you know, the parents are going to every Walmart and Target and whatever in town trying to find the Sparkle Butt My Little Pony, and just like, turns out it's sold out everywhere because everybody wants Sparkle Butt. You know, that's how My Little Ponies work, right? You know this. Okay, well, we're definitely making progress. Okay, let's see. Well, we're doing okay. So far. At least now we're in a nether waste biome, so I don't have to worry about skeletons quite as much. That's it. Yeah, I'm trying to get to... According to Chunk Base, there's a nether fortress out here at minus 405. But man, this is a long way. This is definitely a place where I would maybe think about setting up a... setting up like a rail system to get here. Nothing else, just to get through that Soul Sand Valley faster, because holy cow. Okay. Oh, look at this. Because that's not death. Um, okay, well, we have lava. Guess that's a thing. All right. I didn't bring my hoe with me, which I guess is okay. Whoa, okay. This isn't great. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm scared. I am scared. I am full of scaredness. All right. Okay, this is it. I'm just gonna cut through this. Should have brought a hoe. No, we're fine. Everything's fine here. I don't know why I'm so scaredy cat today, but I blame the Pale Garden. Okay, the Pale Garden was scary, and yeah, that's it. I just blame the Pale Garden for everything. Okay, well. All right. Progress is... I guess progress could be happening. Ah, there it is. There's the fortress. Okay. All right, so... All right, so basically we've got ourselves a nether fortress. Which was the whole point of this exercise, was to find one of these things. Okay. Okay, turn off the... Okay, we're just gonna give ourselves a little wither protection here. Okay. And now... You know, I suppose it is kind of handy when they add your wither protection for you. What's... Okay. Well, this is great. Is anybody there? Okay. Gonna put a little bit of... We're gonna put a little wither guard. Okay? Ask your doctor if wither guard is right for you. And if he says no, get a new doctor. Okay? Because, no, seriously, wither guard is, in fact, right for everybody. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're going to set up our compasses. I don't have any more... Oh, I don't have any more coal, so... Oh, okay. Hang on. We must wither guard. Okay, fortunately, this doesn't really go anywhere, so... Okay. Now, I don't know about you, but I do like to over guard, especially at intersections, and... Okay. That way. I kind of feel like I need to go up. I don't know about the rest of you, but up sounds really good right about now. Since I'm looking for a blaze spawner, you know? Okay, hang on, we'll just is going anywhere? Out there. You know, I have a sneaking suspicion. And it's just a suspicion. Okay. That, I might have been to this fortress before. I know, I might be wrong. Okay. But I don't know why. I don't know why I feel it. But I really feel like I might have actually been to this fortress before. Oh, you made it home. Nice, Snoopers. Nice. All right. Congratulations on surviving traffic. Okay. All right, hang on. We're going to Wither Skelly protect ourselves for a minute. All right. Free cam here for a sec. Maybe I'm wrong. Listen, I just had the feeling that this fortress was one I'd been to before, but now as I'm circling around the outside of it, I see that I'm wrong. Okay, well that's good, I guess. Am I wrong? Okay, there's a bunch of wither skeletons. That's great. Yeah. New and improved. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm not seeing, just as I wind my way around through this thing? I'm not seeing a blaze spawner. That would be really annoying. Since that's the reason I'm here. All right, fine. Fine. Oh, jeez, monkeys. Civil, thank you for the bits, but this is bad for my heart today. Oh. The one you went to would be good for a farm. Lots of lava and also that one biome. Yeah. How's it going, Civil? Jeez. Yeah, no. The pale guard got me all on edge, and now I just can't do anything. No, I'm good. I think what I'll do... Darn, I was hoping for a fortress that was a little bit nicer. But all right. Well, that's annoying. All right, I do have. Okay, right here. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Hey, Eddie. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a fabulous day over there on the YouTube side of things. All right. Well, we did get a dried ghast, so that's good, I guess. We'll add it to the 20 or so I already have. All right, so I think what we're going to do... I mean, this isn't a bad portal into the nether, so... It just doesn't get me to a fortress that's usable. So yeah, we might have to connect, Snoopers, and take a look at that fortress. It's nighttime for you. Okay, nice. It's actually night for me, too. Okay, and we run. And we keep running. Okay, and then we're falling. We're falling? We're falling. Okay. That's... Mm-hmm. Alright. And... Alright, is there a baby ghast over there? No. Okay. So, we go down. Yeah, it's not a bad section of nether, just not what I'm looking for. Alright. Well, darn. Okay, well I do know where there's a fortress with a blaze spawner. So I could set up a blaze farm over there. Because that's all I need. Do I stream every week? Yes. Yes, I do. All right, so back up this way. Yeah, so I stream Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, or U.S. Mountain Time, which is currently in Daylight Time. And then Saturdays at 7:30 in the morning. Okay, we can do it. We can do it. We can get out of the hole. All right. That was not ideal. That was definitely not ideal. Bomber. All right. Well, okay. So the good news is I do know where another fortress is with a blaze spawner. We can set up a blaze farm over there. 3,500 and minus 3,200. Okay. Wings are okay. Let's... I think I'm going to sleep first, and then we'll go hunt down Snooper's place. Okay. Sleeping. Sleeping. There we go. We're sleeping? We're sleeping. It's great. All right. And I do actually have a... Okay. Cool. All right, so 35 and minus... And you don't have roof access yet. That's fine. All right. So I need to go negative X and positive Z. That way. Okay. South and west. Alright, so somewhere over the desert. Yeah, is this a river? Yeah, so this could be fun because we've got a little river biome over here. Could be interesting things to be done there if I wanted, potentially. Alright. But we need to go seriously Z here, so... Yeah, because I picked my spot for its awesomeness in the overworld, not for its convenient nether access. Get over the desert, hit a big swamp, and the flower forest is just after that. Okay. Well, we are definitely... Oh, again. Take a little bit west here. I should, maybe not here, but I really should stop and grab some coral. And some, sea pickles. Because I'm going to need sea pickles, I think, for what I'm going to do for my storage. I'm still a ways off from building that yet, but I have thoughts. Got ourselves a little desert temple. Nice. I don't know if... I don't have what I need here. Woo! Okay. Stream choke. I was shocked when I was diagnosed as colorblind. It came out of the purple. Okay. Okay. That works. Stream was I watching the other day? Smallish Beans. Joel Smallish Beans was taking a colorblind test on his stream and realized that he actually is somewhat colorblind. Oh, look, camel. Camels are good. I should remember this place. I'm glad they finally made it so camels will just spawn in deserts. Okay, so where am I going? 30-something to minus 30-something. Okay. Oh, I'm going the wrong... I need to go positive X. Or positive Z, anyway. I'm sorry. I'm going... Yeah. It's over here somewhere. Anyway. Warm cows. I have more rockets. We're good. Alright. So, we'll get there. Somewhere. Look at this little tree on its own little island. Beyond the sea. Some waiting for me. There's our swamp and the turtles who were doing handstands. Those were good. Okay. I need to go more south here, I think. Yeah, definitely a ways away. This is what happens, you know? This is why it's an introvert server. Right? Yep, all the frogs. Okay, so... right here. Okay, to the left. Left is this way. Alright. Take care, Eddie. Enjoy. Have a fabulous day. Alright. Okay. Where I see the lone jungle tree. Okay. Yep, that tree definitely looks lonely. Look, llamas. Oh, yep. This looks like a snoopers. Okay. So you said you found a... Okay. Well, this is definitely nether. Okay, and there's the fortress. All right. All right, so... too dark for you to see. Ta-da! All right. Okay, so we'll just flutter our way over here. Now, oh, I think it's your monitor. Okay, see that. But you can't. Oh, sorry. Okay. Yeah, you're not wrong. This isn't a bad fortress for stuff. Oh, right. Okay, do not die. Good advice. Yes. Best advice. Die not that ye be not dead. Oh yeah, this is... Yep, your portal drops right out. I know exactly where this is. Because if you follow that way... Yep. So this is where I was just going to end up coming back to. Okay. Sweet. I should find a shady spot here. Hi. Yeah, okay. Okay, yep. Because they're all discompasses. Okay. Yep. Fair. Well, this is where I was just going to end up coming back to set up the blaze farm. So, okay. Oh, that's fine. I think... Yeah. Sorry, I'm having flashbacks. I had a run for my life in coming out of this fortress all those months ago. It was It was a thing. I managed to tick off a zombie piglin and ended up running, sprinting through the nether with half the denizens of the nether behind me. It was an adventure. Okay. Well, that'll work, I guess. We'll just plan on building the blaze farm over here. Okay, it's not that big a deal. We can make that happen. All right, it's going to be a little bit painful to get at from this side, but you know, that's fine. Honestly, wouldn't be that bad to just build a railroad to get out here or something like that. It's like, we'll just put down some tracks and a minecart and all that fun stuff. Is this a farm that needs to be spawn-proofed? No. So this is going to be... where am I? This way. So this farm, it's going to be a blaze farm, so I'm going to tap into the blaze spawner that was there on the roof. So that'll be fairly straightforward. So it's just going to be a matter of sealing off the spawner and then wow. Yeah, I just have to seal off the spawner to build the area where the blazes will drop, and then a little bit of lava to get them to flow to a killing chamber. So it should be reasonably straightforward. Okay. Cool. All right, and I know where I am. This is my starter village. And I don't think there's a minecart over here, so that's fine. We'll just okay, did I turn off or on or both? Okay, on. That's right, I'm this way. Oh, look, there's my... Yep, there's my forest right here. All right. Nice. Okay, and then this will take me back up to the... Oh, actually, I should probably leave those on. Because... Yep. We'll head back to the Badlands. Okay. So... Yeah, so that wouldn't be a bad place, though. There's a good spot of that fortress that is over lava, which would be good for a wither skeleton farm. And that we would have to do some spawn proofing. A lot of spawn proofing, actually, but I've done that before. I've paved the nether. That gets old in a hurry. Okay. So, yeah. Yeah, there's probably some better options. But we'll see. Really what I need is are the blazes. So. All right, so that's going to be the next step is the blaze farm. Had a roof portal. Yeah. The problem is I can't add a roof portal to the nether. In the nether. It just doesn't work that way. So But what I could do, I suppose if I could find a convenient location. Yeah, bedrock breaking is definitely it's a thing. I've done it, but it's been a while. Okay, so usually hire Evan to do it. Yeah, it's not too bad. Um, I just have to remember how. Just Evan, break this bedrock for me, please. Thank you. All right. Cool. So yeah, so that portal over there is not going to be as helpful as it could have been. But otherwise, we're okay, I think. All right, so let's talk a little bit about what my... the other portal was just to get into the actual nether, under the roof, right? The main part of the nether. And hopefully get to a close fortress, but there really isn't one close, so... so unfortunately, the portal is there, but it's not as useful as it could be, so... that's fine. We'll make it work. But the portal you have right by your base is actually really convenient. We would just need another portal on the roof that could then get to your base. Then to get to that portal would be a good shortcut. All right. So while I'm falling and still have a little bit of time, what I want to do here is I want to fall over and over again. Okay, that's just how things go. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely going to need one on the roof, and then yeah, we might be able to get one closer. We'll have to play with it and see just see where we might be able to put a pokey hole in the roof or something too. Okay, but here's the deal. There's this fun little cutout. Right, I've got these portals which go up to the roof. I'm going to put a little bit of a patio. Maybe it's not the right word, but something along those lines here. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to go out this way to what's going to be a fairly big circle. The question is, I don't quite know where I want that to go. Yeah, terrace. Yes, that's the word. Yeah, we fought terraces in the Gulf War. I know all about terraces. Sorry. So, yeah, the idea here is that we're going to come out this way. And I do need to... oh, hang on. I need sticks. I need coal, and I need sticks, because I need torches, and I don't want to deal with darkness again. Yeah, these will work. So just fine. Okay. And coal? Coal would be awesome. I don't have coal. Well, I could light with lava, but could light with end rods too, but I just need a little bit of... I just don't want things spawning on this, so I just want to have a little bit of light. So we're going to come out this way. And sorry, I know it's a little noisy with the light over. I do have a portal for the Pale Forest. It is at 1,000 and minus 925 on the roof. Oops. There. That's fine. Okay. So basically, I need to figure out where I'm going to come out from this and then where the city is actually going to start. Okay? See, there I am. And Yeah, honestly, I think let's just trace something out. I don't think I'm gonna have it be square, but I'm just gonna sort of trace out some basic, uh, a basic perimeter, I guess, for where the city's going to be. Ah, it's so nice having sneaky pants. Turns out there's an ancient city right below this valley. I'm not like right below, but really close. Yeah, really. It was kind of funny. Come on down. So I may have to go. I don't have that many lanterns, so we're gonna be try not to use too many of them, I suppose. Okay. All right, so we'll go this way. Yeah, when I need a wingman, we'll absolutely do that. Okay, so we're going to bring this out this way. I think this is okay. I don't want it to be too close to the mountains. So yeah, so I'm just basically doing a sketch of the footprint of the city, okay? And said I don't expect it to be square. And it's definitely not going to be made of netherrack. Okay. So we don't have to worry about that. Honestly, this is probably okay. But yes, the city is going to be in the air. It's going to be a flying, floating, like sci-fi-ish build, which is going to be really fun. Ooh, this actually might be good. Yeah, this is going to be great. Because I have that other nether portal right down here. So I'm thinking if I were to drop an elevator, because I have an idea for an elevator using the happy ghast and a camel, which could be really fun. I would, of course, have to get a camel over here, but, you know, one problem at a time. But yeah, I think that'll be interesting. So, what does my shirt say? My shirt says, meddle not in the affairs of dragons, for you are crunchy and taste good with ketchup. Okay. All right, so let's see. Where about am I here? Okay, this actually isn't bad. Let's come out this way a couple more blocks. You have some Snorg tees coming. Yeah. Oh, they've got some funny shirts. If I had all the money, I'd probably buy a t-shirt or two. I have to buy a computer first. I don't have money for a computer. My computer is old. I bought this computer, my streaming computer, in 2017 with the royalties from my book. And yeah, that's where I'm at. Okay. Sweet. Turns out, I didn't pay a lot in royalties, but it paid enough to let me buy a computer. All right, so I think. All right, so this isn't going to be everything, but I think it's going to be. I think this is going to be reasonable. Okay. And I might bring it in a little bit. Like I said, I'm not thinking it's going to be a straight rectangle or anything like that, but this is basically where we're going to be starting things. Now, honestly, I think my plan, such as it is going to be to... There we go. My plan is to build a lot of it out of white concrete. You got the mortar fun run. Okay, okay. And okay, this dad is love 3000. Right, that one's good too. All right. But yeah, okay. Turns out I need to watch my step. This is why I need a terrace. Okay. But yeah, so we'll build a terrace off here. And then I've got an idea for a bridge. Which is going to be really cool. You totally didn't laugh loudly. You know, I don't have as many kilometers fallen in this world. I've only fallen 16 kilometers in this world, not, well, 100 and whatever it was in Create, but the jetpack made falling a lot more common. But anyway, yeah, so we'll have to light all of this up. But yeah, so we'll bring a terrace out this way. And yeah, so I think I'm going to be using some white concrete. I'm going to be using iron and maybe iron trap doors. So some of the locals are hanging out. I should probably not walk off the edge of the thing while I'm zoomed in on somebody, you know. This is why you don't spy on people, because you walk off the edge and plummet, and that's not great. So, you know, no, plummeting. It doesn't matter how bony the dude is. You know, spying on him is not worth the risk of plummeting. Okay, it's just not. Okay, anyway, so we've got a terrace. We'll build a bridge out this way, which said I've got plans for that are going to be really cool. But I need end rods to make all that work. End rods and pale oak trapdoors. That's how I'm going to be building that. And it's going to be really cool. So, yeah. Okay, so that'll come out this way. And then I think we'll build out most of the city. Yeah, we'll build out most of the city, you know, within this area. And so, and I talked about it in the supporter newsletter this weekend, but I am going to be building a couple of, well, more than a couple of farms out here, because that's just what I do. I will be building an iron farm out here, for example. I don't know quite where the iron farm is going to be. I was sort of thinking maybe that corner. You got blamed a lot. Well, that's true. You had good ideas, though. You know, I'm 100% okay blaming people for having good ideas. But yeah, I'm thinking we'll build an iron farm kind of sort of here. I may have to deal with altitude a little bit, actually. Because I'm at 177. The top of the world is what, 320-ish? So, yeah, that's going to be interesting. So, I might, depending on what I do, I could actually push the city out That's true. It's 143 blocks. I'm only going to do probably a 3-cell iron farm. Okay. So, but I'm going to do it stacked. So we'll do 3 stacks of villagers. And they have to be 20 blocks apart. So we'll be going up at 60 blocks. So that'll be fine. So I'm going to be building an iron farm. So I like the idea of it being out on the corner because I've got some ideas. I'm going to be building a mob farm. And actually, maybe I may make it just a creeper farm out here. And I'm trying to decide if I want to do that on one of the corners because I'm kind of thinking I might do some towers, skyscraper type things on the corners. And, fun stuff like that. But I don't know. I'm not sure where it's all going to go. It's all going to go here somewhere. And that's the thing. So how do they float? So that's one of the things I'm looking at. So I have an idea. It's anti-gravity technology. Yes. Yes, it is. So the civilization is gas powered. Okay. So I had a couple of ideas. So I have an idea for I don't know if I want to use it for the idea for a fan or like a central power core or something. But yeah, gas powered, But I have an idea that would look really cool. It would be about 20 by 20 blocks, which would kind of be okay, right? But if it's 20 by 20 blocks, yeah. So if I were to center it here, for example, we'd be going out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Right. Because it's actually an odd number, so it'd be like 21 or maybe 23. So we'd be going out there and going out this way. So, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I lost count already. Counting's hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. That's really close. I mean, look at how big that is. I think rather than put those in the corners, I might build 2 under the city. But it's going to be cool. I don't want to ruin the surprise yet. I don't want to spoil it yet. But I do kind of like the idea of having something in the city. Oh, did Sprite do the trim on my armor? No. I was toying with it. And I found a couple of armor trims, of course. And I was playing, I can't remember which website I was on that lets you sort of build out your trim beforehand, lets you see what everything looks like. And I looked at it with emeralds and I looked at it with other things and I decided, no, I'm going to go with the purple trim. Yeah, mine trim might be it, Snoopers. And yeah, so I decided to go with the amethyst. Yeah, it might have made her happy. I'm not entirely sure because I don't know how often I wore it before I switched series, right? But yeah, so this is my armor trim. It's all, purple and stuff. But yeah, I tried it with the green, and I don't remember why I didn't I didn't like it. There was something about it I was uh, not jamming with. Okay. But yeah, it's nice. It's what is it? It's the Spire armor trim on the chest plate, the eye armor trim on the helmet, and the pants, and then the ward armor trim on the boots. Oh, yeah. Copper would be good. Honestly, that's one of the things I'm really excited about, even though it's going to be absolutely useless, is the copper armor that's coming in the next drop. That looks so cool. Yes, it is very orange, but it would look really cool. Yeah, it's yeah, you could take a look. It was in, I think they showed it off in, was it the last week's Bedrock preview? They showed when they announced the copper golem. They also announced all the copper tools and copper armor. And yeah, it was surprisingly enough, the armor looks like it's copper. It's that same orange. And it can be trimmed, so you could do some cool stuff with it. Unfortunately, the copper armor has less. It's like right in the middle. Sorry, my nose is itching. It's right in the middle between the leather armor and the iron armor, so it's not great. I'm not even sure it's quite. It might be a little bit better than gold, but not quite. But yeah, the white trim would have been good too. Yeah, with the quartz. But yeah, I decided to go with the purple, and it's also at the time I was still in the deep dark, and so this gives a little bit of like Batman vibes. You know, I am the terror that flaps in the night. Oh wait, that's Darkwing Duck. Um, I am the neuroses. It requires a $500 an hour shrink. I am Darkwing Duck. I was listening to a podcast with Jim Cummings, who does the voice of Darkwing Duck, and Woody the Pooh and Tigger and a bunch of other people. But he says he'd get the script, and they would have those lines for him. I am the terror that flaps in the night, and then whatever the line is. And eventually, he got a script that had that. I am the terror that flaps in the night. Doesn't matter what we write here. Jim's going to just change it anyway. He says, man, I wish I'd kept that page. Okay, so yeah, so that's the plan. But, all right, so if we're coming out from here, I do have some requirements on length. The length of this is going to be about like 12, it's gonna be like 15 or maybe 20 blocks long. It could be a little bit longer too, but it has to go in sets of 5 for the bridge design I'm thinking of. Okay, so, and yeah, we're gonna need stuff. Concrete. I have words. I use them. Okay, I have plenty of gravel. And I did get some sand. And I have... Actually, let's grab this one, because it's got bone meal. Okay, so... We can do some things here. Also, my inventories are... And the storage here is already becoming a hot mess. So... I'm going to have to sit down here one of these days soon and set up a very preliminary bone meal farm. Or bone meal farm. Storage. So I can be at least mildly organized here. Yeah. I have a bone meal farm in this world. I have a glow lichen farm in this world. I never did build one in the create world, but I have one in this one. Oh, yeah. Dry. We've got a few dried ghasts too. All right, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and let's get ourselves some bone meal. That might be okay. What I don't have in this world is a concrete farm of any way, shape, or form. So yeah, so that's a possibility. A shulker full of concrete powder. There we go. The problem with the bundles is they only hold 64 items. So if you're going to hold a stack of something, it doesn't make sense to put in the bundle. But it's not a bad idea. The other thing I could do is I could build it out of shulker boxes. Because I don't need... This is not going to be permanent storage here. Shulker stored in llamas. Yeah, exactly. That's because one of the things I have, you might have noticed it when I was looking in my right, but I've got these shulker box tooltip things, right, where I can here. Let me grab my redstone box for a minute. Where I can put a shulker box and I can put a label on it, so I could get do that live storage. I'm kind of planning my storage around the copper golem. Okay, now we're not going to have it for 6 months. Probably won't get it until... Basically, they did a winter drop last year. I think we're going to be seeing the same type of thing. So I would not be surprised to see a winter drop. All right, fine. I'm going to use end rods. I could use frog lights too, for that matter. Yeah, the copper golem, they're still doing some testing, and because of what I've seen, I'm going to have to build a honey farm, or a honeycomb farm. But they're still adding features and things like that. But the copper golems, you spawn them in with a copper block and a pumpkin. Okay, not too dissimilarly to how you would spawn in an iron golem, just, you know, with copper. But it's just 1 block and not 4. And they spawn in with a copper chest. And what they do, these little guys will pull a stack of up to 16 items out of the chest. And they will look for a box to put them in. And they'll open up your chests, and they'll open up to like 10 chests. And try to find a chest that either is empty or has the item that they're holding, and then they'll put it in that chest. So basically, they are just little item sorters. And in the drop that, or in the preview, because this is all in Bedrock, it hasn't made it to Java yet. But in the Bedrock preview that came out today, the copper golems will now match items that have different durabilities, which means they'll sort non-stackable items like armor or swords or pickaxes or things. And not, you know, in the first one, that if your durability was different, it would ignore it. But now they don't. But I think they could also sort books. So I have plans for a library that will... oh, somebody was sticking his sword in my door. If he's not careful, slam the door on his sword, and he would be very uncomfortable. But anyway, we could do something like that where I could set up a library. The copper golems will then put books in the library, and they'll be sorted. Here are the mending books, and here are the unbreaking books, and they'll just sort them for me. And that would be awesome. So, oh yeah, library golems are going to be cool. The other thing they added in the snapshot, or in the preview today, because again, it's Bedrock, is if your copper golem becomes completely oxidized, and this is why you need honeycomb so you can wax your golems. When they become oxidized, they turn into blocks, and they basically have little poses. And you can pose them in I don't know how many different ways, 3 or 4, something like that. And they just become little statues, which is cool. So, so yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be really cool. So we shall see how that goes. All right, so that's sand. Let's put that in there. All right, I wasn't planning on doing this today, but apparently I'm doing this today. We are crafting up chests, and a lot of them. Okay. Oh, you know what I have in... Aha. I have frog lights. I did find some firefly bushes. I found some firefly bushes and some regular bushes, and I did trim some tall grass as well. So, the dry grass. And I found some wildflowers. So, that's going to be all sorts of fun. Let's take this out here. All right, let's grab some frog lights. I think the ochre frog lights would be reasonable in here. Okay. Okay, good. I can take my end rods back. Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll set them 3. Stack them 3 high. That will work. Okay. Alrighty. You know what? We'll just do it this way, and we'll deal with the rest from the other side. Okay. And out of chests. All right. Wow, I am really out of chests. Okay. Get to this point, do a beginning storage. Yes. And then I'm going to keep all of my stuff. Somehow I will contain it within this pile of storage. No, that's... I do have some more chests. Yeah, so I'm going to have to go farm some more trees, but basically, yeah, we'll just... So this is actually about the size of the storage I have back in the ancient city. I said it's not particularly large, but it should be big enough for me to be at least mildly organized. Okay. Okay. And I'm going to have to set up a resin farm somewhere, and I don't know that I want it in my valley here. Okay? With the city, because the resin farm has to be sort of up and away from things. So I might build it out over here. So what can you do with resin? So you can do a couple of things with resin. One, I think you can use resin as an armor trim. And it's a bright orange, right? Because it looks like this, right? It's this bright orange. And you can craft it into all sorts of good stuff. So, resin. Basically, you get these bright orange blocks. Either chiseled or brick or whatever. Now, the other thing you can do with resin, with the resin clumps, is you can do things like this. And so you can spread out, right? So you can add texture to things. I have some thoughts of where I might use that, but the other thing you can then use with the resin clumps, or the resin can become resin blocks, which you can then use for making the hearts. These guys, these creaking hearts, which I definitely am going to want to do, but I got to figure out how that farm's going to work too, which is fun. I like having farms that I get to figure out. It's going to be cool. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to cut out this section here. But yeah, the creaking hearts. Oh, the creaking heart is cool. It does sound a little sad. It's also a little bit scary when they jump out at you. But yeah, that's where you can get all of your fun. Okay, I'm just going to stick these guys up on the wall. And this is where I'm definitely going to have to, right, label my shulker boxes, but. Okay. But that's where I'll put my shulker storage. And it'll be all sorts of fun. All right, now, yeah, actually, you know what? I've got some pale logs here, right? In one of these, this one. Okay. Let's get some pale oak. And I wanted to get some slabs. This was not what I was planning on doing today, but that's what we're doing. Yeah, I know. Donkey free storage. It's crazy, right? And we're just going to run a little bit of this pale oak up here. Oops. All right. Yep. And then, you know, I've got, we'll just take a stack of this. I'm going to have to go, we're going to have to farm a bunch of this pale oak, but it's going to be fun. My only complaint about the pale oak, there we go, chests, is that it's a little bit pink. And it's not that I dislike pink. It just means it's got that little bit of a red, warm tone to it that it doesn't quite work if you're trying to mix it with blues and other cooler colors. But yeah, I'm excited for the pale oak myself. I'm going to be doing a lot of stuff with it, I think. And it's going to be fun. So, also I should take some of this pale moss and yeah, we'll take some of this pale moss and set it up in my moss farm so we can start getting pale moss, which would be cool. All right, but it is getting late. But yeah, so this will be the plan, and then I could, if I needed to, cut into this wall a little bit. It's not like, it's like right here, I might actually just put a window. But I do have a little bit of room here too, and I've got So I've got some room to throw in some shulkers and do some other things, but... Okay. So this is getting to become a fairly cozy little home. You know? I think I don't have any red dye on me, but... Yeah, there's the quote. I kind of want to set some things on fire. Yeah. But yeah, if I decide throw a little red glass here for a window looking out into the valley, and yeah, I like this. I think this is definitely becoming a nice little place. I might do a little bit of something else with the ceiling here, but it's okay. It is definitely okay. In fact, let's make some pale oak signs. Because pale oak is cool, and that's a lot of signs. May not be quite enough signs, but it should be good. Okay, and I'm just going to slap some signs down here and label the heck out of this stuff eventually. I don't know quite how I'm going to organize this yet, but it's going to be a thing. Yeah, sign splapping. Yep. That is it. Oh, I need a concrete maker area. I think there's some room here. I might be able to slap that in over here. That might be good. Yeah, because I need an area where I can just make some concrete. I also have the all the slapping. But yeah, see, this will be good. I mean, the chests look bad, but yeah, this will be fine. I can label these and sort of get everything started the way I need it to be started, and it'll be good. But Minecraft crashed on me, so that's probably a sign that I should be calling it a night, because it is actually getting kind of late. So I'm going to give a shout out to all of my supporters over at musicfreegaming.com, who are both awesome and amazing at the same time. Yeah, that's it. Too much slapping of the signs. That's just all there is to it. But yes, it's going to be fun. The next stream will be on Thursday, 6 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. That one might go a little shorter. I have to work Thursday night. We're doing some maintenance, and so that means I have to be sure I get done in time to get ready to go to work at 9 o'clock, which is annoyingly late, but we'll get it done. So yeah, that'll be fun. I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing I might be starting the Blaze Farm on Thursday, so that could be fun. But it'll be good. But until then, be excellent to each other. And this is Music for Gaming, signing off.